Hello everyone. Hi, Kausalya Ravishankar on behalf of Team 4 will be presenting on the topic the moderating role of value for effort in the context of customer centric measures in the use of non pharmaceutical interventions. Over the past 2 decades, a wide range of public health emergencies have arisen from the emergence of a pathogen. While there were fundamental similarities between these situations, the characteristics of each situation was also unique. However, one of the common issues in the history of these incidents is the need for community participation in the strategies proposed by governments and employers. Since the time of the emergence of one of the newest viruses causing acute respiratory syndrome, governments and employers around the world have quickly reacted to introducing a wide range of public health measures, such as non pharmaceutical interventions (NPIs), aimed at reducing exposure in the community and thus reducing transmission of the virus. What are non pharmaceutical interventions? NPS are actions that people and communities can take to help slow the spread of illnesses apart from vaccination and pharmaceutical benefits. It is also termed as communication mitigation strategy. Non pharmaceutical interventions were used post COVID 19 to help control the transmission of virus. As shown in the slide, NPS may be broadly classified into four categories: personal protective measures, environmental measures, social distancing measures, and travel related measures. The objective of this study is to investigate the role of value for effort in the context of customer centric measures in the use of NPS and establish the relationship between satisfaction, value for effort, and reuse intention. In this research paper, we will be discussing the three constructs of the structural model in context of time. According to Venkatesh and Davis, the technology acceptance model has been used as a grounding framework in a series of multidisciplinary studies, either in its original form or its expanded form. The model is classified into numerous variables that are considered in understanding the end user responses and the attributes of the acceptance model that are related to each other. TAM with respect to NPIs help to formulate a better perspective of the target audience, attitudes, behavioral intentions, and usage skills. The flowchart here shows the two major variables that TAM consists: perceived ease of use, how much value for effort is realized by using NPIs, and perceived usefulness is the extent to which technologies are expected to improve a potential user's performance. It demonstrates the individual's reactions to NPS and the merit of adopting it in their journey of life. A structural model was developed to explain the three constructs. So let's have a brief overview what value for effort, satisfaction, and reuse intention are. Value for effort. Value for effort can be defined as the usefulness of the task compared to the effort required to finish it. As Nicolette mentions, the ratio is the numerical measurement of the value derived from a business or a product over the resources needed to execute the business or develop the product. The appropriate ratio for the value to the effort should be greater than 1 for the effort to be worth undertaking. Value and effort prioritizes the task and helps choose the most important ones for efficient results. Next, I'll be talking about satisfaction. Satisfaction is an individual contentment that is derived from an activity or achievement. In business words, satisfaction is defined as a process that determines how content consumers have with a company's goods, services, reputations, and capabilities. Customer satisfaction influences customer effort as people are more likely to invest their mental, physical, and financial resources into activities that result in satisfaction. In context to NPS, the public is more likely to adhere to NPIs such as social distancing, face mask, hand wash. If they perceive them to be efficient and effective, then the level of customer satisfaction increases. Reuse intention occurs when consumers have reached a satisfaction level and are confined to their expectations and perceptions regarding any purchases or services, and they prefer the same product and service again. Activities such as self isolation, washing hands, and sanitizing them while traveling in public areas, covering their face with masks can be reused throughout one's lifespan. They are frugal, efficient, and effective. In the following slides, we will be highlighting the relationship between these factors: satisfaction and value for effort. People are more likely to engage in activities that require low effort and high value. Value for effort is an essential tool in measuring customer satisfaction. The customer's effort is bound to increase if the expected result is satisfactory. Since satisfaction is a significant factor that predicts the value for effort towards the use of the NPIs, the interaction of these factors can be hypothesized as satisfaction as a statistically significant impact on value for effort. Satisfaction and reuse intentions. Perceived customer satisfaction as a direct relationship with the reuse intentions. To prove the statement, countries such as Denmark, Ireland, South Korea, and Switzerland introduced NPIs soon after the first case was confirmed, in which public responses has been recorded high compared to France, Spain, Sweden, the United Kingdom, and the United States, who waited more than a month before introducing the first NPI. These slow responses go together with very high subsequent death tolls. Since satisfaction is anticipated to be a significant factor that predicts the intention of an individual towards the reuse of the NPIs, the interaction of these factors can be hypothesized as satisfaction as a statistically significant impact on reuse intention. Value for effort and reuse intentions. Value for effort is perceived worth a user basis on a non-pharmaceutical measures, while reuse intention refers to the likelihood to remain consistent with the use of non-pharmaceutical measures. Since the value for the effort is anticipated to be a significant factor that predicts the reuse intention in the use of the NPS, the interaction of these factors can be hypothesized as value for effort as a statistical significant impact on reuse intention. In addition, moderating role of value for effort has a significant impact on the relationship between satisfaction and reuse intention. The three constructs are directly related to each other. The satisfaction, which is an appreciation of value for effort, is a continued predictor of continued intention to use services. Hence, value for effort moderates the relationship between customer satisfaction and reuse intention. The research methodology of this particular topic was conducted on a sample of 278 Canadian inhabitants using the snowball sampling method. Responses were collected through online survey for the constructs that was mentioned earlier. The respondent background includes their gender, income, relationship status, population center, education, and ethnicity groups. Partial least squares structural equation modeling method was used to analyze the key target constructs, and their results are mentioned in the forthcoming slides. The structural model was assessed by various steps, and I'll be mentioning a few here. First, let's analyze the results of Table 3, which indicates the reliability of the indicators. It reveals that all relationships between the indicator variables are significant to their relevant construct, as all loadings were greater than zero point 0.5. The information shows that the variables overall satisfaction of the non-pharmaceutical measures and being engaged in the using of the non-pharmaceutical measures in case of a virus threat indicate the important role in the study. The table 7 interprets the results of path coefficients in the model and hypothesis testing. This steps interprets hypotheses of each constructs having significant impact between each variable considering p-value less than 0.05. If p-value of the relationship between value for effort and satisfaction is less than 0, this indicates that there is a strong evidence of statistically significance between value for effort and satisfaction. The description of the effect size shows that the value for effort has a large effect on satisfaction on the use of non-pharmaceutical intervention. Also, the path coefficient indicates that there is a direct relationship between value for effort and satisfaction as the value is positive. This helps us to interpret the effect size for the rest of the constructs. The research paper has a few drawbacks of its own. That is, it focused only on Canadian demographic and responses were collected using online survey which did not provide the respondents with much guidance on how to answer the questions. The PLSM model had its own disadvantage as it worked only for small sample sizes. In addition, the study set out to investigate the moderating role of value for effort in the context of customer centric measures in the use of non pharmaceutical interventions. However, different types of non pharmaceutical intervention were not taken into consideration independently in carrying out the research. The research paper has focused on three main constructs as mentioned earlier. The paper has also acknowledged a research gap about the moderating role of NPIs in the context of customer centric measures. The model has been assessed by the reliability, validity, coefficient of determination, and hypothesis by using p-value to eliminate the null hypothesis. Last but not the least, the outcome of the research confirms that value for effort plays an important role in measuring the perceived satisfaction in the use of NPIs. We have added knowledge to this paper as it is unique and consists a new perception. To conclude, we would like every individual to dedicate themselves in following the NPIs to keep the community safe and healthy.
Thank you.